Hey, what up, KX crew? Hope you guys are having a very merry and festive December. I apologize for the lack of content lately. Your boy's been busy, but I've been very excited to make this video. I've wanted to make it for a really long time. I've been thinking about this subject for a really long time. And I've been just trying to find a window of time to make this video, and it just never worked out until now. So, ironically, it's kind of the topic of this video, which is productivity, how to maximize it, how to look at your day, and just be as productive as possible, right? So I was trying to think of a way to explain it to you and try and get the ideas out of my head in a way that I could, make sense of them to you guys so that I can help you guys. So what I did was I kind of drew out a timetable of my day, and we're going to talk about this. So basically what I've been thinking about, I've been thinking about this for a very long time, is how to be as productive as possible whenever you can, right? So I mean, years ago, I spent a lot of time with these self-help things and listening to all these productivity gurus and stuff, spill the secrets about how to be a successful person and all that stuff. And you gotta kind of filter through the nonsense and the garbage and the dumb ideas with the really good and practical ideas. So I've been sifting through all of these ideas for how to be more productive, and kind of this is my end result. This is the culmination of everything that I've been learning over the years, right here on this piece of paper. Simplify it, right? It's going to be different for everybody. So basically, what I've realized is that there are certain times of the day that I am very productive, and I'm productive in different ways. So when I say productive, it's like getting things done. You got to get things done, and it's very easy to look at your day and see when you have free time. Everybody can do that, but there's ways of just doing it and maybe not doing it very well, and then there's ways of doing it well and doing it the best way possible. I realize I'm being very vague. Let's get into it. So I work 12-hour days, and I've noticed that at certain times of the day my body feels different. I have different energy levels, right? You guys all know this. This is all the same for you guys too. And what it looks like on my days when I'm working and my days when I'm not working, I'm trying to figure out what is the golden time zone for me to be productive, right? So this is what I figured out. So I really hope this isn't reversed for you guys. Between 6 and 7 a.m. I get up between 6 and 7, and I eat breakfast around 7. Okay, I have 3 eggs. Don't know why I'm telling you that, not important. But I have those eggs, right? And then I let that digest. I still deal with the heartburn, so I got to kind of take it easy on myself in the morning. Got to let my body process the food before I get into anything. I let my coffee cool off, right? And then I start to drink my coffee, and that's kind of this 8 a.m. window when I'm starting to drink coffee. The food's being digested, because as you guys know, a lot of times after you're done eating, you feel a little bit lazy, you feel a little bit sluggish. Not a time when you want to do anything. It's a time when you just kind of want to sit there, watch TV or just talk to people around you. You don't want to do anything, right? So that's like the red zone here. Is a time that is not productive for me. This is just me, just like a zombie trying to get to the next hour, right? So this blue zone here represents when I'm starting to get going again. When on a good day, I can start to be productive, but on a bad day, I'm just waiting for the coffee to kick in. But there's a little bit of wiggle room, right? I have some productivity in this time. Then what I realized, which has been a total game changer for me, is between 9 o'clock and noon is when I feel at my best. Okay, this is the green zone, the green check mark. So in this time, I'll do things that are more complex, right? Things that require heavy brain power, a lot of thinking, right? To put it in an example, let's say I'm writing a video or a script, right, for this YouTube channel, just as an example. If I'm working on a YouTube video, and this time zone is when I'm going to want to be writing, it's going to be when I'm trying to be creative and pull the best and the brightest ideas out of myself, right? I'm not going to do that in the red zone, and trying to pull good stuff out of my head in the blue zone, probably not going to happen. So I wait till I'm in the green zone, right? The coffee's kicked in. I don't even really need it anymore. Maybe I'm just sipping it. In between this time, I'm going to have a snack, where I'm going to have like an apple or some kind of healthy snack bar or something like that, just to keep myself fueled. And then in this time zone, I'm very productive, right? Then it's obviously lunchtime. at some point between noon and 1, and then I eat lunch, and the 12-hour days I have a very heavy carb lunch, and it just dominates me. Like for the next, as you can see, like between noon even into the 2 o'clock zone, my body's trying to break apart all these carbs, and it doesn't want to do anything except process the food. What you guys have to think about is how you feel after you eat food. Like maybe right after you eat, you feel charged and you feel energized, and you're like, yeah, I got the calories, let's do it. That might be how you respond. And that's the point of this video. Not for you to do what I do. It's for you to figure out, yeah, I never really realized after I ate food I don't want to do anything. Maybe I should stop trying to be super productive right after meals. Like something to think about, right? So I give myself time to deal with my food and be lazy. I accept it, I embrace it, okay? And then I get into my second golden window. My food has been processed. Maybe I'm having my next cup of coffee in the afternoon. That's when we're getting into the next gold zone, okay? Then I should say green zone. That's where I can channel into that heavy brain power, and I'm ready to think, right? And then as the afternoon dies down, we enter this zone where I'm somewhat productive, but it's, I'm starting to lose it. I'm starting to get tired. If I wasn't working that day, like this might be when I want to take a nap, right? Like I'll schedule my naps for my red zones or my blue zones, right? I don't nap in these times because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of that valuable time, right? So around this time, on a good day, I can still squeeze out productivity. On a bad day, I'm starting to fade, right? And then obviously we got dinner time, and the evening is basically just, you can see this is kind of a cycle. It's kind of a loop, right? I'm going to eat supper, I'm going to get lazy, and then after the food digests, I always want to nap after supper. So if I have the time, I will take a nap because I'll feel fantastic after, and I'll be ready to be productive. So what could you do in this blue zone, right? It's still somewhat productive. So in this time zone, I would do something, I would do something that is productive, but that doesn't require so much brain power. So this might be something like chores, right? Doing the dishes, or going back to my video making process. This might be when I'm doing mindless editing, right? Not super creative, heavy thinking editing, but just the mindless, cutting out stuff and putting in text and making it flow, like it's kind of mindless work. That's when I would do that stuff, right? Making a thumbnail or something like that, not script writing. So that's just an example. Like something maybe off your to-do list that you have to do. So don't schedule, if you know that you, let's say, have to do the dishes, don't do it in your prime time. Save it for when you're in the red zone or in the blue zone, right? That's just how I think about it anyway. So when I started looking at my days this way, I just noticed that I was just getting stuff done. Like I'm studying for a personal training exam. Like I'm trying to get the highest certification I can possibly get. And it's very hard. It's very taxing. This textbook that I have to self-teach myself, this book, requires a ton of brain power. And I was trying to get into it at the start of the day, and I was getting nothing out of myself. And I realized, like, I'm not even going to attempt to open this book until I'm in the green zone, when I know that I'm going to actually respond to what I'm reading and actually be able to process it, right? So just something for you to think about. It's going to be different for everybody, right? Like I went in university for 6 years, and I know you don't always have that option of the gold or the green, these colors. You don't always have that option of the green zone. Sometimes you're just 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., you're in your class, you don't have a choice, okay? Sometimes life sucks and you're just dealt those cards and you have to deal with them. Maybe at your job, as soon as you punch in, you got to just channel that energy. Like I get that. This is just something for you to think about, right? Like best case scenario, you're able to have somewhat control over your day. Maybe you don't right now in your life, but maybe you will in the future. Or maybe for now, this is just something that you can use on your days off, on your weekends, So I guess the takeaway is just know your productivity times. Know when you feel energized. Know when you don't have any energy. And this is just another step in you taking more control of your life and maximizing the productivity when you're doing stuff. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more content. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. It's a great time of the year. So happy to make a video, talk to you guys again, and I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And if you want to join and become a member of the KX crew, I'd appreciate it, and I'd be happy to see you there. All right, guys, have a good one. Klaus next out. That's my outro. Not have a good one. What am I doing?